Greetings! We're up here on a blustery summer day above the Columbia Gorge to celebrate the 7-year anniversary of Always Ants. And yes, the Columbia River is right out there, and it is a super windy day as usual, so I'm so sorry about that. There is no place out of the wind other than inside a house or in a cave in the Columbia Gorge or anywhere near it, and especially up on ridges. And here we are in the Mill Creek Ridge Preserve, and it's just a little nature preserve up on this sort of narrow ridge above two creeks. It'd be Browns Creek and then Chenoweth Creek over here, and then Mill Creek itself down below us. Down that green area is right along the edge of the creek, that sort of a pasture there. And of course all of the orchards stretching out all the way down to the river, and a little bit on this side too. But I've never come up here, and it's been here for as long as I've lived in this area, and I just never thought to come up here. It just seemed like not much of a hike. It's about a mile to this spot from the parking lot, and a few hundred feet of elevation gain. There's not really a lot to do other than walk along the ridge and then walk back down to the car, so I just never really did it. But today I decided to make a bicycle trip out of it, so we did a bike and hike. So I bicycled the 7 miles up the hill, all the way up the hill, grinding. Oh man, there were some pretty steep sections, and I was definitely doing some toiling. Even with not too much stuff on the back of the bike. I only had some water and some gear just for in case of bike emergencies. But you can see the trail follows the ridge over to there, and then it goes behind us. And of course it's super windy. So if we're going to take a vista, I'm going to have to basically not speak at all and turn the volume off later in video editing, because the wind noise is just going to blast out the microphones, because it is just a screaming, howling wind day, even down on the ground. But up here on the ridge, it's going to be real bad. So pardon the wind noise, but let's take in the vista, because behind us we have a 2-volcano vista. We've got Mount Adams in Washington, and then Mount Hood, Oregon's wonderful peak, off in the other direction. So let's take a vista here in the extremely loud winds, so please bear with me. Past all this old balsam root from last spring's balsam root. Jeez, it is so windy. My gosh, it's just like trying to block the wind on either side with your hands. It doesn't work. Let's get behind the rock and see if there's windbreak. Whew. Goodness. This boulder is barely saving me. And I hope it's not ants on it. I haven't seen a single ant up here, which has been wonderful to celebrate the 7-year anniversary of Always Ants ant-free. Imagine that. There's always darn ants, and they always want to ruin the picnic. But boy, there's some escarpments all along the ridge here. That's really interesting, crumbling down. And green orchards, open pine oak woodlands, classic to the foothills of the Oregon Cascades on the east sides. Oh, it's beautiful. And the west sides too, I've seen. Certainly seen oak woodlands on the west side. And of course the Columbia River sneaking around up towards Celilo around the corner. And the Columbia Hills off in the distance there. Very unique grasslands you can't find anywhere else in the world. Beautiful, beautiful, lovely vista. I was going to come out tomorrow on Sunday because it was supposed to be cooler, but it was forecast to be mostly cloudy, and I didn't want to lose that volcano view because, gosh, it's just such a prominent, sticking up, boing, there it is. Don't want to miss that view. I've always been very curious what's out this way because it just doesn't seem like there's much, and yeah, it's just farmland, pastures, and increasing forestation. Head up into the dirt roads and eventually the national forest up there. Wow. There's sure a lot of balsam root up here. Look at all of it. Tons and tons of it. And it's really noisy when it rattles in the wind. Rattle, rattle. But man, boy, it has sure been a 7 years of incredible adventures. I mean, everything from mountaintops to cave bottoms, the beaches, the deserts, river canyons. So many incredible little valleys and vistas. It's been a spectacular journey all across the Pacific Northwest, from Washington to Oregon, California, even a little foray into Nevada to see that incredibly stunning Thousand Creek Gorge. I have got to get back. And there's many more adventures to come. I have a bucket list of more than 100 different places to go just in Oregon alone, let alone all over the country and the world. There's so many places around the world that I'd love to go see, and I guarantee there's going to be ants in a lot of them, if not most, except if I do make it to Antarctica. You know, I do want to get there one of these days. I'd love to see it, especially because it is ant-free. It isn't bug-free, but it is ant-free. Not a single ant there, and probably never going to be. Maybe millions of years ago when it was tropical. They can have it. There's a slight break in the wind, but I definitely want to thank everybody for joining me for these past 7 years and all these incredible adventures, where I saw this incredible, stunning, beautiful outdoors, had amazing adventures, saw incredible new places, and saw, as always, plenty of ants. Always ants.